Do you have barely any money? Do you live here in Murcia? Do you want to go with 6 of your friends into a 3-day adventure? Then I have the perfect place for you and your friends. For only 130 euros, you can go to Sierra Espuña. What is Sierra Espuña, you ask? Well, it's a mountainous area that belongs to the Baltic Cordillera. It has a rich biodiversity of flora and fauna, with more than 1000 plant species and 200 animal species. It's also a place of historical and cultural interest, with traces of human presence since prehistoric times. I mean, look at that guy over there. He seems pretty prehistorical to me. Some of the characteristics heritage of the area are the following ones. The villages. The Sierra has several villages that preserve their rural charm and architecture. Some of them are Aledo, Alhama de Murcia, Librilla, Mula, Pliego, and Totana.
Cervaspuña offers many possibilities for outdoor activities and ecotourism. Some of them are hiking. There are many trails that cross the Sierra and allow you to enjoy its natural beauty and diversity. Some of them are espusendas, esputrek, or espuaves. They have different levels of difficulty and duration, and some of them are guided by professionals. Then we have biking. There are also routes for biking enthusiasts such as Espu Bike or Espu Rural. Then, adventure sport. There are companies that offer various activities such as canoeing, climbing, camping, or archery. They provide the equipment, the guide, and the insurance for a safe and fun experience. Nightlife. The Sierra also has options for nightlife rollers, such as bars, pubs, or festivals. Some of them are in the village, where one can enjoy the local atmosphere and cuisine. Others are in the natural setting, where one can admire the starry sky and listen to music. Cervaspuña is a destination that combines nature, history, and culture in a unique way. It is a place to discover, enjoy, and respect.
But we only have 130 euros per person. What can we do?
Even if you can't imagine it, there are many things we can do. We will now explain what we will be doing these 3 days.
This is a possible itinerary for trip. Friday, 7th of July. We depart from Archena by bus at 4 o'clock and arrive at Alhama de Murcia at 5 o'clock. From there, we take a taxi to our accommodation in El Berro, a small village inside the park. We check in at Casa Rural El Mirador de Ijebas, a cozy and affordable guest house with stunning views of the Badlands. We have free time to explore the village or relax at the guest house. We have dinner at the guest house restaurant, which serves traditional dishes with local products. We enjoy the night sky and the silence of nature. Saturday, 8th of July. We wake up early and have breakfast at the guest house. At 9 o'clock, we join a guided tour of the park with Espuña Adventure, a company that offers various activities such as hiking, biking, kayaking, canoeing, and more. The tour lasts about 4 hours and costs 25 euros per person. We will visit some of the most emblematic places of the park, such as the Snow Wells, the Morrón de Espuña Peak, and the Pozos de la Nieve Reservoir. We will also learn about the flora and fauna of the area and its history and culture. We have lunch at a picnic area with sandwiches and snacks provided by the company. In the afternoon, we relax at the guest house pool or explore the village. We can explore the village of El Berro. We can walk around the streets and see the traditional houses and buildings. Talk to the locals and learn about their way of life and culture is another option. And finally, enjoy the nightlife possibilities, such as bars, pubs, and festivals. We have dinner at a local restaurant or bar.
Sunday, July 9th. After breakfast, we check out from the guest house and leave our luggage in a locker. At 10 a.m., we start our self-organized hiking activity in the Gebas Ravines, a spectacular landscape of eroded hills and valleys. we can take a route that we have prepared for us, which covers about 10 kilometers and take about 3 hours. Along the way, we will see amazing views of the ravines and the reservoir, as well as some caves and rock formations. We will also encounter some wildlife, such as birds of prey, rabbits, and squirrels. We will also be careful not to disturb them or damage their habitats. We have lunch at the picnic area with sandwiches and snacks that we have brought with us. At 2 p.m. we take a taxi back to Alhama de Murcia and catch the bus to Archena at 3 p.m. We arrive at Archena at 5 p.m. and end our train. Let's go!
But how do I know what to spend the money on?
Here we have an analysis of all our trip expenses.
We will spend 20 euros per person on the bus tickets from Archena to Alhama de Murcia and back. We will spend 40 euros per person on the accommodation at Casa Rural El Mirador de Jebas. This includes 2 nights and breakfast. We will spend about 30 euros per person on the meals. We can choose from different options at the guest house, restaurant and the local restaurants and bars. We will spend 25 euros per person on the guide tour of the park with Espuña Adventure. We will also spend about 5 euros per person on the hiking activity in Jebas Ravines. This includes the map and the first aid kit. We will spend about 5 euros per person on the equipment that we will need for our trip. This includes items such as shoes, water, sunscreen, hat, sunglasses, etc. We can buy them at a local store or bring them from home. This is optional. The total cost of this trip is about 128.57 euros per person or 133.57 euros with some equipment.
And the food? What are we going to eat and where?
It sounds a bit sad, but we don't have enough money to see all the gastronomy of the area, but we will still eat well. We are eating...
So for breakfast, we will have a breakfast at the guest house every morning. The breakfast consists of coffee, milk, juice, bread, butter, jam, cheese, and ham. We can also ask for other options if we have any dietary restrictions or preferences. The breakfast is included in the price of the accommodation. Then for lunch, we will have lunch at a picnic area on Saturday and Sunday. The lunch consists of sandwiches and snacks that are provided by the company on Saturday and that we bring with us on Sunday. We can also have water, juice, or soft drinks. And for dinner, we will have dinner at the guest house restaurant on Friday night and at a local restaurant or bar on Saturday night. The dinner consists of a starter, a main course, and a dessert. We can choose from different dishes that are typical of the region, such as migas, olla fresca, rice, and rabbit. To drink, we have water or soft drinks. The dinner cost about 15 euros per person.
And what about the weathers, the risks, and the first aid kits? We will do a weather study. We should check the weather forecast for the dates and place of our trip before we go and during our stay and be prepared for possible change in the weather and adapt our plans accordingly. Risk prevention. We should follow the rules and instructions of the guides and staff of the activities that we do and respect the signs and warnings of the place that we visit, such as trails, roads, bridges, etc. Also, we need to avoid places that are forbidden or restricted, such as private property, protected areas, etc. At the same time, we need to be careful with the animals and plants that we encounter, as some of them may be dangerous or poisonous. First aid. We should have a basic first aid with us at the all time. The kit should contain items such as bandage, antiseptic wipes, painkillers, and anti-inflammatory pills. But also we have to know how to abstain in case of minor injuries or illness, such as cuts, bites, headache, etc. And in case of serious illness or injuries, such as fracture, bleeding, allergic reaction, etc., we need to call the emergency service. We should also have travel insurance that covers all medical expenses and transportation in case of an emergency.
This is a timetable of all the things we are doing in the trip.